There's definitely spirits here.
You have that feeling where it's like there's somebody watching. There's somebody there.
There is an entity that walks up and down the stairs.
Spirit come close.
We would very much like to know who we're speaking to. Dead.
Some places bury their past, others wear it like a scar. We uncover the restless souls who haunt the darkest corners of our own backyard. Welcome to Haunted Tri-State. About 44 miles from New York City is the town of Boonton, New Jersey. Locals describe this vibrant community as an undiscovered gem and wonderful place to call home. In fact, it was recently voted fourth best place to live in the state.
Such a quaint town with a wonderful main street.
Our tagline motto is small town, big heart. I still remember the first time that, we came to Boonton before I lived here and just feeling like, wow, this is something special.
In the heart of this little town is Boonton's Elks Lodge, number 1405, a building that has stood for nearly 100 years, and some say this place isn't just a piece of history, but has a mysterious link to a past that refuses to be forgotten.
This is connection to the past. Every night at 11 o'clock, we do a toast to our departed members. I can't explain it, I can't put it into words necessarily, but every single time we do that 11 o'clock toast, I feel like we have company.
Benjamin is not alone in this feeling. Tales of shadowy figures and ghostly voices have been reported at Elks Lodges all over America. In Durango, Colorado, it's said that the spirit of a bartender is still hanging around after he hanged himself in a bathroom stall in 1927. Strange occurrences at the Hartford, Connecticut Lodge are rumored to be caused by the ghost of a man found dead on the street in 1972. Some believe he fell from a fire escape. Others say he may have been pushed. Unexplained apparitions reported in St. Mary's, Pennsylvania, are said to date all the way back to the Spanish flu outbreak of 1918, when the building was used as an emergency hospital and 19 people died inside. A rich history of paranormal activity tied to an organization whose roots were planted over 150 years ago.
This National Elks organization started in 1867, started by a group of actors. The Jolly Corks is sort of how they referred to themselves.
Founded by the magnetic personality of Charles Algernon Sidney Vivian, the social club formed would continue on as a benevolent organization. Construction of Lodge 1405 in Boonton began in 1921.
They completed it in 1926, and it was originally built as an Elks Lodge, and there's very few of those left.
For years, paranormal investigators have flocked to this lodge, drawn in by stories of mysterious and unexplained encounters.
Downstairs in the bowling alley in our members' lounge, there's a door that empties out into the alleyway. It's an area where I think there's been a lot of activity.
Debbie Christensen is a former exalted ruler here and current Elk secretary.
My son has had activity back there. When he was younger, my husband would bring him here for meetings. And what he would do was sit at the bar, do his homework. And one night my husband came down. My son's not anywhere to be found. He finds him in a corner with a bunch of darts. He goes, "What are you doing?" He says, "If that guy down at the end comes any closer, I'm just going to throw these darts at him." My husband's like, "What guy?" He's like, "There's a guy that keeps coming up by the back of the bowling alley, by the back door, and watching me." Not so long ago, we had a meeting down there. Two of us at the same time. We're like, "What?" And we looked, and we weren't sure, and she says, "Was that a mouse?" I said, "No, we don't know." And we saw it again, and I saw it was literally a leg going up the stairs.
Even as we're doing this interview, I notice you're kind of looking up there.
Well, we will see a lot of activity up there. I personally don't go up there alone. It's not a place I want to go.
That is the one place in the building I have not actually gone. I've gone about 3/4 of the way up the stairs. Truth is, I've actually never gone up to the balcony. The first time I was in the ballroom by myself, you have that feeling where it's like there's somebody watching, there's somebody there. Feeling sort of a brush of wind as you're walking through the hall. There are moments that you feeling you just can't quite explain.
The spirits are here just because they're members. They're meant to be here. So it's like welcome home. You can stay here, though. Don't come home with me.
Could this 100-year-old Elks Lodge be haunted by spirits of former club members who never left their home away from home? We want to see for ourselves, so we decided to tag along with 9 Lives Paranormal, a team of respected local investigators who have been featured on the T&E network series My Haunted Hometown. They examine supernatural phenomena throughout New Jersey and have spent quite a bit of time inside the mysterious Boonton Elks Lodge. Gail Gamble hails from Joplin, Missouri, and tells us her interest in the paranormal began there as a child.
I'm from the Midwest, Joplin, Missouri. The Missouri Ozarks are steeped in folklore. The Missouri Howler, the Hornet Spooklight. When I moved here, I found out New Jersey is just as weird as Joplin. I mean, gosh, it runs the gambit of paranormal activity here. It's amazing.
I am the second half of 9 Lives Paranormal.
Cara Salento grew up right here in New Jersey, but like her partner Gail, the paranormal has been a lifelong fascination.
I grew up in an Italian-American household in Jersey. We would have the stregaria, which my mother and my grandmothers would practice. So it's almost like Italian witchcraft.
I'm interviewing Cara, and during this interview, I see something. I know I did, out of the corner of my eye. I turn, I look, nothing's there.
Was it a person, living or dead?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought
Because that's where the apparition walks up and down the stairs.
It could have been the light. I don't know. I just looked over. I felt like I thought.
Yeah, it walks up and down the stairs.
Okay.
We don't really have a name for him. That's what he does.
We haven't even gotten started yet. I just met these women, and we're already seeing stuff. I feel like it's going to be a long night.
Cara and Gail have invited Richard Michella to join us tonight. He'll be enhancing our experience with a very unique talent.
This is the first time I've ever met somebody like you.
Okay, well, cool.
Richard is a mediumship spirit artist. What sets him apart is an ability to sketch the spirits he senses in a room, bringing them to life with charcoal and paper.
Most of the time it comes from my mind's eye. It's like recalling a memory. These images just start flooding in. They'll step forward and it's like they're sitting for a portrait. At the end of my reading, I'll be able to turn this piece of paper that once was blank over to you, and you can view what I'm seeing in this location.
Richard has already drawn a couple of spirits he senses in the lodge with us.
There's 2 men that stepped forward. I sketched one man, bald on top, hair on the side. He's a little heavy set. This even could be tied into the stairwell, issues going up and down the stairs. And this other gentleman, I kind of get like a whirlwind of a guy drinking. I would put him upstairs.
We're just getting started. Honestly, I'm already freaked out, and we're starting in the basement. This is where there have been a lot of unexplained encounters from the people we've been talking to tonight, including Debbie and her son.
Gail gets started with a respectful introduction.
Spirits, you know us. We've been here before. We would love to have a conversation with you. If you have something to say, if you'd like to talk, we'd love to listen. I brought my friends here to listen as well.
We're using a device called Phasmabox, an app that can be installed on a smartphone or tablet that scans through radio frequencies. Paranormal investigators say this can be used to communicate with spirits.
Who's with us right now?
Are you able to tell me what I'm doing on this piece of paper?
Sketch.
Sketch?
Cara believes the word sketch has just come through the Phasmabox, but tells us that what they're really looking for is timing and relevance. One matching response could be a coincidence, so they repeat the test.
Are you able to repeat that, please? Be as clear as you can be, please.
Sketch.
Yeah, see, that's relevance.
And it did it twice.
I appreciated that they asked the question again because I wasn't sure if I heard it the first time, and then they ask it again and we hear it. Sketch. That was compelling.
Richard stops sketching and writes the number 8 on his pad.
Is the number 8 coming to you?
If Spirit can see what I just did here, can you tell me the number that I drew? What number is this, please?
It's 8.
It's 8.
Let's hear that again.
It's 8.
It's 8. That's correct.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great job. Thank you.
It is an uncomfortable feeling when something can see you, but you can't see it.
Richard reveals the sketch he'd been working on earlier, an elderly woman he calls B. But as he shows it to us, he experiences a wave of discomfort coming from a dark storage area behind a metal grate.
I don't like what's
over there.
this area. My back to here. I'm like,
What are you feeling? Why do you not like it?
it doesn't like us that we're like here.
Coming up, do we dare to disturb the spirit thought to be lurking in the dark?
If you would walk back there, I don't think he would like it at all.
And something unseen invites us up to the one place even club members are afraid to go.
You want me to go up there?
Elks Lodge number 1405 in Boonton, New Jersey is a century-old building steeped in history. Current members believe the lodge is hosting the spirits of former Elks, and some not so nice. We've come here with Kara and Gail from 9 Lives Paranormal to see if something from the other side is truly making contact. Richard Michella, a medium who sketches the spirits he senses, has told us there's an intensely negative energy coming from behind this metal grate.
It doesn't like us that we're like here.
Could this be the ghost of a former club member letting us know that we don't belong here?
Whatever is here lurks. It really doesn't like people invading its space.
Like you might feel like, at times like a little shove from it.
I don't like hearing that at all. To be feeling shoved, I almost feel like we need to just leave this alone.
But one of our producers has a different idea.
If you walked back there, what would happen? When our producer Ginny asked, hey, can we go back there? I was thinking, what are you doing? Even the experienced ghost hunters are saying, no.
If you would walk back there, I don't think he would like it at all.
We're not looking to make waves with whoever or whatever may have been lurking back there, so we moved up to the main level and set up in the ballroom.
This is where you've gotten some activity before, right?
Quite a bit of activity, both down here on the stage area and up in the balcony.
Gail sets up what they call the Spirit TV, a custom-built device that combines an old television with a random word generator.
Words will appear on the screen just like that. The spirit can manipulate electromagnetic energy, scroll through the database, and choose a word. Also have another piece of equipment, same concept, only much smaller, and I'll have you hold that.
Okay.
This smaller device is called the Uno. This is also a random word generator, custom-built for maximum portability.
Spirit, come close.
Richard will be using dowsing rods made of copper and held by hand. Investigators believe that spirits may be able to communicate by pointing the rods in a specific direction. Richard asks the spirit in the room to use the rods to identify themselves.
They pointed this way. I think it's this man. I feel like he's up in the balcony. If this is the man who's in this space right now, can you cross the rods for a yes?
The dowsing rods have clearly indicated the man with the mustache, and we fire up the Spirit TV to try to learn more about who this might be.
We would very much like to know who we're speaking to.
Dead.
The word dead flashes onto the screen, and Richard's dowsing rods spin toward the back of the room.
They keep pointing up that way.
So you're getting all the energy.
I think he's just watching.
Are you in the balcony right now?
Back. So we're watching this device and we see the word back. So we all turn, we see the balcony, and we're thinking, oh no.
I'd go up there, but
Want.
you want me to go up there?
Yes. I just said yes.
Okay, I'll go up there.
I would be careful.
Glenn, one of our producers, is operating one of the cameras.
I kind of looked over and locked eyes with Chris, our primary cameraman, and the both of us were like, if she goes up there, that means we have to go up there.
That balcony is the last place I wanted to be in the entire house.
I mean, the exalted ruler of the Elks Lodge, he hasn't even been up there. This is the part of the night where I'm really afraid.
It was very dark on the stairs, and with each step, all I was thinking was, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into?
So I'm up here now like you asked me to. What do you have to say to me?
We're standing there in the dark in this creepy balcony, and all of a sudden, I hear a sound.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
You heard that from right down there, right?
Yeah, I did.
So at first, I was the only one who was hearing this. But then one by one, our team starts to hear it. It's this type of music.
It almost sounded like music or something, like, yeah, choir.
Choir. It wasn't like, it was like
Yeah, we were just hearing a little bit of it.
Down in the ballroom, Richard is getting a stronger impression of the man with the mustache and sketches him a second time. Gail is still monitoring the Spirit TV.
Window.
Back up on the balcony, Kara sees the word read on the Uno device.
what do you want me to read?
So our cameraman Chris looks for something to read by a window and finds something none of us had seen.
Oh, wow.
On the wall behind us is an old poster with the word choir written on it, the exact word I'd used to describe the strange sound we'd heard.
I looked at every second of footage that we shot from the moment Christy went up those stairs to the balcony. And she was always looking out over the ballroom. There was no point when she turned around and could have seen the word choir on that poster behind us.
Wait. Do you hear that again?
I hear it again.
All of us on the balcony and down in the ballroom go completely silent as we try to get this mysterious sound on tape. Could this be the long-forgotten voice of a former choir member reaching out to us from beyond the veil?
I freaked out up here. I honestly didn't want to go up here.
Sufficiently frightened by our experience here, we didn't waste any time saying goodnight to the mysterious Boonton Elks Lodge. But that's not where our story ends. We couldn't help but wonder, is all this unexplained phenomena being caused by the spirit in this sketch? And could we identify him as a former Boonton Elks Club member? What we found, however, something even spookier. The one man who connects all Elks Lodges, from Boonton to Hartford to St. Mary's, Pennsylvania. Every lodge across the country where paranormal activity has been reported, because seated here in the center of this group photo is Charles Algernon Sidney Vivian, the founder of the National Elks Organization. Coming up, we assemble a panel of professional skeptics to find out if they think this Elks Lodge is truly haunted. After our spooky encounters at the Boonton Elks Lodge, we sat down with members of New York City Skeptics, an all-volunteer nonprofit that promotes critical thinking and science education. Its members come from a wide range of fields, including technology, journalism, and the arts, but share an interest in what they call rational evidence-based thinking.
Being open doesn't mean you shut your mind off to evidence.
The assignment, review the footage captured by our team and offer their perspective on what we experienced. First up, the apparition I saw out of the corner of my eye.
Was it a person, living or dead? That's where the apparition walks up and down the stairs.
What's your take, Natalie?
She wants to see ghosts.
But I saw it.
You saw something out of the corner of your eye. Peripheral vision is not particularly good.
A lot of ghost lore is in the periphery. You'll see so many anomalous things that really aren't there when you turn.
Next up, Richard draws the number 8, and we hear it's 8 from the Phasma box.
It's 8.
It's 8.
Everybody is sitting there waiting to hear the number 8. When you're primed to hear it, you almost can't not hear it. I wonder if you had heard that sound without him writing the number down, if you would have been so quick to say, oh, that's the number 8.
What about the ghostly choir music we heard on the balcony?
It almost sounded like music or something, like, yeah, choir.
Choir.
What's on the other side of the wall? Is there a machine going off there? Is there an air conditioner running?
The ghost hunter isn't automatically going to say, well, let's check to make sure there isn't something on the other side of this wall. If you really wanted to say there's no good explanation for this, you would have to eliminate every other possible mundane explanation. And they're not going to do that because that's not fun.
And how do they explain the eerie similarity between this sketch and the founder of the Elks?
What about his ability to be able to sketch something like this, and then you see this side by side?
It's like seeing Jesus in the grilled cheese, or the man on the moon, or the man on the mountain. We're designed to see faces, and we're designed to recognize faces. You make a picture general enough, they can apply to just about anyone.
And what's your overall take?
I didn't find any of that all that spooky or impressive. I would expect if a ghost wanted to make themselves known, they could do a lot better than that.
We may never truly know the answers behind the countless strange and unexplained occurrences across our haunted tri-state. But as for Elks Lodge 1405 in Boonton, New Jersey,
We came, we saw. I know what I think. The question is, what do you believe?